A sinkhole in a Columbus road prompts the city to shut it down. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. Gardner Boulevard next to the Wendy's here in Columbus. It is closed right now. Crews are on the scene making plans to make necessary repairs. Now this image, it was posted to the Columbus Police Department's Facebook page. And it appears that a sewer line has washed away part of the support of the roadway there. The hole is about 3.5 feet wide and 8 feet deep. Columbus Light and Water, they're on scene and they hope to have a portion of that roadway opened up later this evening. Well, a landslide forces a road in Choctaw County to shut down. MDOT says that the recent heavy rains are to blame for that slide. Highway 9 north, about 6 miles north of Highway 12, is closed while crews repair that part of the road after the landslide. Now, that road is between Ackerman and Eupora. The highway is closed to through traffic between Reform and Sturgis Road and State Route 790. Troopers say that stretch of road could be closed for about a month, depending on the severity of the damage. Well, a day of remembrance in Columbus as dozens of volunteers and city leaders gather to reflect on last year's deadly tornado. The Community Recovery of Lowndes County and the city held a service to remember 41-year-old Ashley Pounds, who was killed last year in that twister. Magnolia trees were planted at Simscott Park this morning. You may remember Simscott Park was also destroyed in that storm. More than 400 people were impacted, dozens of homes and businesses damaged or destroyed. It left its mark here on the community, but today's ceremony also celebrated the milestones since the storm. Countless volunteers and organizations have done everything in their power to help the city heal. A second tree was also planted in remembrance of a man who died after falling from his roof while making repairs. Well, that storm, it rocked the city to its core. That tornado, it was rated an EF3 tornado. Recovery efforts are still underway, but through the devastation, Columbus remains strong. Our Tyler Hull, he was out in the community today with one group who took part in a day of service.
It's been a wonderful experience just being able to help people and see lives be restored back better than hopefully than before the storm.
Coming together and rebuilding together. Over the past year, the city has been coming out of the rubble and coming back better and stronger. Saturday was a day of service to clean up more of what was left behind last year's twister. Nicole Cleanscales is the board president for the Community Recovery of Lowndes County, and she says this weekend brings back a lot of raw emotions.
So today is our day of service. We call it a day of service, but we also wanted to commemorate the lives that were lost and those that were affected by this tornado 1 year ago. And it's also a day of celebration for all the work that we've done as a community to recover from that storm.
The community saw different groups, organizations, churches, and volunteers come together to lend a helping hand.
It has been the most rewarding experience, I'll be honest with you, because when that storm hit, many of us didn't know what to do. We just knew we wanted to be of service. And so just beginning to do that work on the ground carried over into this organization.
Cleanscale says she's happy to be in the friendly city and know that last year, the people of the community have defined what it means living in Columbus.
We just thank the community. We really do. We thank the love and support that the community has shown since February 23rd and even up till now, a year later. We're just thankful for all the work that we've done as a collective body.
Reporting in Columbus, Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
Volunteers started picking up and walked along the tornado's path.
Tonight we are looking at a cloudy, increasing clouds, I should say. It will be cloudy eventually. The observation sites say it's clear, but we know that clouds are building on in as we look at our regional satellite here. Some showers off to our west. I think we stay dry until tomorrow. There may be an isolated shower during the day. Tonight, though, we're back into the 30s across the region. Not quite as cold as we were last night. We got down into the 20s. Tomorrow, then, look for the chance for an isolated shower during the day. The best chance, though, comes with rain at nighttime. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
All right, Jacob, thanks so much. Well, Democrats in Nevada got their turn today to pick the candidate they want to take on President Trump in November. Voters headed to more than 200 caucus sites for the third contest in the Democratic presidential race. Michael George has a recap.
CBS News projects Senator Bernie Sanders the winner of the Democratic Nevada caucuses. He's bolstered by strong support from younger voters.
Thank you, El Paso!
Running ahead of the pack, Sanders held a rally in Texas, while his opponents made a final push in Nevada. Pete Buttigieg greeted voters at a caucus site. He sees Nevada as a chance to bring his campaign to more diverse voters.
Definitely a great opportunity for us to show that broadening coalition.
Senator Amy Klobuchar met with campaign workers. She said her run for the presidency will be viable no matter what happens today.
We're excited, but it is the beginning of the next chapter in our campaign.
Senator Elizabeth Warren and former Vice President Joe Biden were also out looking to sway voters. 36 delegates are up for grabs.
It's a complicated process, so we'll see.
Voters told CBS News that health care was the most important issue as they headed into caucus sites. State Democratic leaders say nearly 75,000 voters marked preference cards before Saturday's main event, and they hope today's turnout will surpass the 118,000 participants in 2008's contest between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Michael George, CBS News.
Democratic candidate Michael Bloomberg did not participate in the Nevada caucuses. Well, new tonight, a new home for a well-loved Columbus woman. The walls went up this morning at her Habitat for Humanity home. Joy Hamby, she calls it her habitat. Now, about 2 years ago, Joy lost her home after a fire. Since then, she's been living in a temporary home, but that's all changing. Joy, she's known for her smile, her love of Alabama football, and her big personality.
Yes, it is a blessing because they didn't have to do what they did. But me and Miss Kathy and Helen and all my friends here, they are very good to me.
A little over a year ago, she lost her home in a fire. And the community pulled together and they raised funds to help her with that. And now we are involved in helping her build a home.
We're all very excited for Miss Joy there. Now, it shouldn't take too long until Joy's able to finally move in. Well, it's one of the biggest nights for high schoolers, prom night. One Tupelo woman is making dreams come true for dozens of students by giving them the perfect dress or that fitted tux. Teens lined up this morning at the Mall of Barnes Crossing to take advantage of the 3rd annual Memories Magical Dresses and Formal Wear giveaway. Memory Cruisers is the event organizer, and she says that this would not have been possible without donations from several area merchants. And she says all you need to do to qualify is prove that you are in junior high or high school.
Prom is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I feel that every child needs to experience prom. And why not that I ease some of their parents' pockets by giving them free wear to wear to prom.
She is definitely excited, isn't she? Well, don't worry if you didn't make it today. You have another chance. The giveaway, another giveaway takes place Saturday between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Again, that's next Saturday. All right, the World of Customs Auto Show, it's taking over Northeast Mississippi this weekend. We catch up on all that action coming up next.
News at 10 with Scott Martin.
Welcome back, everyone. Custom car enthusiasts from as far away as Delaware descended on the Tupelo Furniture Market this weekend for a huge auto show. Our Trad Groening has the details.
It would take a space as enormous as the furniture market to handle such an event. The World of Customs Auto Show featured 230 truly stunning vehicles, including this 1963 Corvette worth $500,000. It is sanctioned by the International Car Show Association, or ISCA. Danny Thompson of Pontotoc is one of the owners of the World of Customs, which sponsors the event.
CA is a circuit, kind of like NASCAR. All these cars get points as they go around, and if they get enough points, they get to go to Chicago in March for the finale, in which that's where the big prize money is, and recognition. They get a lot of publicity, magazines, and everything else on their vehicle.
John Callis is an automotive engineer and hot rod enthusiast.
The big item is you learn skills by doing it, and we're short in this country of young tradespeople. And we had a deal earlier this week where we talked to a bunch of young people who were looking at trades, and I'm just for it. My plant, we're short of people. You can make a great living, enjoy things, and so we hope that the Congress will get back and get trades back in high schools.
Dennis Grove is a transplanted Yankee who moved to Alabama and became fascinated with the topic of moonshine, which compelled him to restore his 1948 truck with that motif.
I hear a lot of stories about what went on back then. Right now, so far, nobody's pulled me over because of the sign I have on there that says I deliver moonshine.
And Grove equipped his truck with suicide doors.
If you ever open the door while you're traveling down the road, that door will whip you right out of the seat if you're holding on to it.
One of the most spectacular displays this weekend is this custom-made motorcycle with a rotary airplane engine. Ollie Staffeld, who happens to fly airplanes for a living, is its owner.
It's a brand new engine. It's got an hour and a half on it, so it's not even broken in yet. But it would typically go on an experimental aircraft, smaller, not a large like a T-28, but a smaller experimental style. I don't know the gas mileage yet. I haven't been through a full tank, but I will say it is very close to a race engine because the reduction gears have been taken out. So when you give it throttle, it's an instant RPM. There's nothing to slow it down. There's no propeller, no reduction gears.
And how dangerous is it to draw?
Extremely dangerous.
And he would not fire it up in the building to give us a demonstration. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
That $500,000 Corvette you saw a little bit earlier in the story is going to be picked up by its new owner at the show tomorrow. All right, we're going to send things over to meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Jacob, another just nearly picture-perfect day with the sunshine today.
It was beautiful out there. We could use a lot more days just like today.
Definitely.
Maybe we could dial the heat up a little bit chilly out there.
Yeah, we could take that. So we can just warm enough to like open the windows for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll work on that here. I think, unfortunately, though, when it comes down to it, we only get rain when it warm out. And we've got some more weather on the way, but that does bring more rain, of course. I'll tell you about that right after this.
First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
We had another beautiful day today. It was pretty nice out there, a little bit chilly, but some clouds filled on in. And boy, did we get some great sunset photos. If you'd like to see some of the photos that our viewers shared with us, head on over to our Facebook page. We've got them there. Temperatures now are down into the 30s and 40s. We are cooling off, not quite as fast as last night. Last night already had some 20s on the board. The lowest we've got looks like a 37 in Vernon, 36 in Fayette, 38 in Coffeyville, still 41 in Starkville, and in Eupora as the 10 o'clock observation. Now, dew point values are in the middle 30s across the region here. That will serve as the floor for how far we fall tonight. I think many of us staying just above freezing. We'll call it low to middle 30s in the region. 35 in Columbus and in Macon, 36 in West Point, Starkville at 36. I've got 37 in Ackerman, Bruce at 35. Tomorrow, look for a mostly cloudy day. If we do get any sunshine, it would most likely be in the morning hours, but I'm going to just broad brush the day with cloud cover throughout here, and we'll have a chance for an isolated shower really at any point during the day. The better chance, though, comes into the afternoon and evening, and it may take some time for the rain to fall. And there's a lot of dry air in the atmosphere right now, and so we'll have to take the rain and help to moisten that air there. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Here we go. Let's just go on to temperatures and talk about what's coming for us tomorrow. We're getting into the mid to upper 50s out there. 57 in Shannon, 56 in New Holka. The daytime looks dry with south winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. 57 in Kingville and in Ethelsville. 57 in Carrollton, and then into the Golden Triangle. 57 in Palo Alto and in Mayhew. 58 in French Camp and in Winston. The daytime, again, overall looking dry. We'll have to get rid of that dry air before the rain can make it down. Now, here's what Futurecast says is some showers are showing up in the morning hours here. With the dry air below that, a lot of that will evaporate. It will take some time to get the rain to start falling, probably Sunday night into Monday as we see widespread showers through the region. Then another batch comes in during the daytime, most likely afternoon, early evening on Monday, and clears out. Once we get to Monday night, we're back to dry for a little bit. How much rain do we expect? By Monday night, it seems like an inch to an inch and a half is the median amount here. There will be some spots that see 2 to 3 inches, I think, but I'm not overly concerned about the rivers causing significant problems. We'll watch. There may be some localized flash flooding, that is, and maybe a strong gust of wind. The severe threat with this particular system, I think, is looking a bit low. As we get past Monday, then the first front comes on through. A second one comes in right after that as we get into Tuesday. That's going to cool us off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday back into the upper 40s and low 50s. Maybe a few showers with that second front, too. We'll keep you updated with the first alert.
All right, Jacob, thanks so much. Well, the Beavers versus the Bulldogs continuing at the Dude this afternoon. Courtney has all the Game 2 action when we come back.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
So far and so good for 6th-ranked Mississippi State baseball. And the Bulldogs' first-ranked test of the season, taking Game 1 to 25th-ranked Oregon State Friday 6-2. However, today the Diamond Dogs trying to keep that energy rolling and take the series early against the Beavers. Let's get to Duty Noble Field. MSU looking to stay undefeated, taking on Oregon State. First inning, 1 out. Pitcher Christian McLeod gets his first strikeout of the day. Get this, he finished with 7 Ks on the afternoon. Bottom half, 2 outs, 2 ons. Infielder Brandon Pimentel with the RBI single to left field. MSU up 1-0. Second inning, 2 outs, 1 on. Outfielder J.D. McLaughlin struck out by McLeod to end the inning. MSU still in the lead, 1-0. Bottom half, 2 outs. Outfielder Rowdy Jordan singles to left field and keeps the inning rowdy, keeps it alive. Then the walk fest begins. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Infielder Josh Hatcher walks, scores Landon Jordan. The Bulldogs up 2-0. Next batter, infielder Justin Foscue is walked. Rowdy Jordan scores. MSU up 3-0. Next pitcher Kai Murphy in, same result. Pimentel walks. Jordan Westberg scores. MSU up 4-0. Bottom of the 4th, it's 5-2 MSU. Jack Washburn pitching. Landon Jordan with the base hit single keeps the inning going. State walks in another run. MSU takes the series outright with a 7-4 victory against the Beavers. The Bulldogs look for the sweep Sunday at 2 p.m. Let's keep it rolling on the diamond. 23rd ranked Ole Miss hosting Xavier at Swayze Field for Game 2 of the series. Top of the first, pitcher Gunnar Hoglund starting on the mound. Gets the strikeout, strands a pair of runners, ends the inning. He finished with a career high of 12 Ks in his 6 innings on the mound. Bottom of the 3rd, first baseman Cale Baker doing his most, a 2-run homer right over the left field wall. Rebels go up 2-0 after that one. Bottom of the 5th, catcher Hayden Dunhurst up to bat, sends this one packing. Get those beer showers ready. That one is headed out to the student section. A 2-run homer, Ole Miss with a 4-zip lead. Moving to the bottom of the 8th, Rebels pinch hitter doing his job. It's Justin Bench with a 2 RBI single into center field. The Rebels tack on 2 more. They go up 6-0. And enter shortstop Anthony Servideo. Bottom of the 8th, a 3-run jack, ladies and gentlemen. Can't get there in time. The Rebels take a commanding 9-0 lead. Ole Miss with another complete game against Xavier. Only 2 hits allowed. The Rebels take the 9-0 shutout, take the weekend series outright. Game 3 finishing out the weekend Sunday at noon. Wins at home are nice. However, MSU trying to get a win on the road at Texas A&M. First half action, guard Iverson Molinar knocks down the J. Bulldogs up 13-12. A little later, guard Robert Wooder to guard Nick Weatherspoon. The strong finish at the rim. MSU still on top 22-18. Guard Tyson Carter to forward Reggie Perry next from the edge of the state of Texas logo on the court. MSU would trail by 6 going into the break. And Weatherspoon on the steal. Slam to make it a 3-point game. The game starts to slip away from State late in this one. The Dogs fall 87-75, 17-10 overall on the season. And some more in hardwood action over at the Pavilion. Ole Miss hosting Alabama for the one and only time this season. Under 6 remaining in the first, guard Brian Tyree kicks it out to forward Hadim C. The layup off the glass, and Ole Miss is trailing 29-24. Bama relentless under 4.5. Guard John Penny Jr. off the long pass, slam into the can. Makes it a 39-24 Crimson Tide lead. Ole Miss trying to stay in it next possession. Guard Devontae Schuler with the jumper. Gets it in there. It's 39-26 Alabama. And the clock winding down right before the break. Schuler again pops up for 2. Splash. For the first time ever, though, Ole Miss allows 100 points at the Pavilion. The Rebels fall 103-78. The Heat continuing to turn up on high school playoffs. I have all the action for you when we come back right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Starkville hosting Clinton in the second round of boys playoff action. 4th quarter, under 6 remaining. Off the inbounds pass, get it to Zeke Cook on the inside. He'll take care of business. Jackets trailing 55-49. A minute remaining. Eric Green taking it to the cup himself for 2. Clinton up by 1, 61-60, and it gets wild. 10 seconds to go. Jackets quickly in transition. Cook lays it in with 2.5 seconds remaining. The Nest goes absolutely wild. Starkville gets the 62-61 win, advances to the quarterfinals next week. Calhoun City hosting Northside. Winner advances to the quarterfinals. First quarter, Peyton Chandler to DeShanton Malone for the corner three buckets. Wildcats down by 1. Next Calhoun possession, Malone to Javion Shaw. The drop step move and into the cup. It's 5-4 Calhoun City and a minute remaining. John Tucker makes the defender fall, crosses over, gets the and one finish at the rim. 14-12 Wildcats. Calhoun City goes on to win in advance 60-44 against Northside. And in Houston, the Hilltoppers hosting Amory. Third quarter, Panthers attacking. Houston's MJ Smith, the emphatic block. Then Xavier Burgess pulls up a deep three. Oh, don't do it to him. Houston up 42-35 and started the fourth. Cross-court pass to Keyshawn Bynum. Knocks down the tray. It's 53-40 Houston, and a few plays later, the GOAT, Burgess, clears with the run. Man, the one-hand slam's just too good. It's 55-43 Houston. The Toppers survive in advance, 65-59 your final. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you when we come back. Stay with us.
We'll see you tomorrow.